But your fantasy's all about repressed women as a teenage boy in like Edo, Japan. Probably.
Let's not talk about it. And welcome to another episode of Anime Club.
Time.
I did the finger guns and stuff this time.
Yeah, because you're hosting and you surprised me and I wasn't ready.
Yeah,
but I don't know why that's still a surprise, because I should just come in like hyper paranoid that you're going to start at any point. You never.
So a bit behind the scenes stuff. Phoebe only logs onto the call 3 seconds before recording because she doesn't like talking to us in real life. But anyway,
Absolute bullshit.
how are you doing this week, Phoebe?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. Actually, no, it's not true. I'm actually quite sick. I've got a very bunged up nose, which makes me sound even more nasal than normal.
Yeah.
And I've been chained to the worshipping at the porcelain altar for the last 48 hours. But today I was able to eat some crumpets, which I think is a massive win.
Oh,
It's always a good time. Okay, you're going to mock me. But in Waitrose, they do like toaster ones, which are like
in where, sorry?
rectangles.
Where are they?
Don't pretend you don't know what a Waitrose is, Chris.
There's none near me. The nearest one is about an hour's drive. No, actually, that's closed. Longer.
Didn't get enough business.
Yeah. The poverty line is real.
But anyway, as a treat to myself, I took a walk down to the Waitrose
Oh, nice.
and got myself some rectangle crumpets, which are like normal crumpets but perfect for actually sitting in like your toaster.
I wish I could afford different shaped crumpets. Maybe if I win the lottery. But this week, it's your pick, isn't it, Pheebs? It's the...
It is, yeah, because you lost. Like, and now I don't even feel bad about how bad I like. So I was earlier today editing. We had a quiz where Chris had to guess the voice actor, and at one point the clues get real. Like, it gets real desperate because Chris was doing so badly, and I was editing it. I was starting to feel bad. I was like, maybe I was too harsh on him. Now I'm like, oh no, that's fair.
Oh, well, weirdly, I might just bring a quiz on you live later on.
No. Okay.
Should we just do the winner decides the...
Yeah. Well, we've already agreed that you did so badly that we're going to watch King Creek next week.
Oh, yeah.
But the week
yeah.
after is up for grabs.
Yeah, I might think of a better quiz, a more humiliating one. But
One
yeah,
that's making me go, yeah, give me all the clues, please. So many clues. I love pity points.
yeah. What are these northern words? I may have made a few of them up.
Yes. I would be so up for doing a northern slang quiz because Molly and Tooney have been teaching me all sorts of northern slang over the last couple of months. I reckon I'd do all right.
Maybe it's not Tooney, but...
better than you think I would.
It is Mucklebari. But anyway, we're doing Mononoke, the Phantom in the Rain, the Dodgy Umbrella, the watery weeping ghost. So,
Yep.
yeah, what made you pick this?
So for a while I've wanted to do some animes that have like a very different art style.
Yeah.
And in terms of like different art styles, I think Mononoke is like a really great example. So they have very uniquely drawn characters.
Yeah.
And they also have, as you can kind of see from our background, the way that they colour shade the characters, it's like they've taken pictures of fabrics and paper and like done a collage of animation. And I think it's really unique. It's really bright and colourful and weird. And also, I just like ghosts.
Yeah, that's fair. I have done a little bit of reading up on this because obviously it's a very, very unique, the animated anime. I think it's takes a lot of inspiration from kabuki theater, and there is a style, art style. I can't remember what it's called. I've got too many notes. I can't find it in there. But do you know the painted silk, like the screens? That's why most of it looks a bit crumbly because it's meant to thingy that. But yeah, so the colours are meant to symbolise things in specific scenes.
Oh, that's interesting, because at one point his hair colour changes and stuff as well.
Yes, and people's robes change colour.
Yeah, true.
There's dominant colours in scenes. And there's also colour shifts, and there's also a lot of water, which signifies moods and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
Did you get anything from red or pinky red?
Is this part of the quiz, or is this just...
No, just whatever. I mean, you could just say no and I'll just tell you.
So I feel like the red, because red is significant in lots of different cultures. In some cultures it's good luck, in some cultures it's like danger. His hair turns red just at the final moment when he's about to exercise a spirit. So I think there's something there in terms of like power.
Well, according to this, it is so a senior attendant's robes deepen into a crimson tones as jealousy becomes central to the conflict.
Ooh,
jealousy.
Interesting. Yes, jealousy, that works.
Purple dominates the scene with a lot of authority figures, a certain control.
Okay. Purple dye was incredibly expensive. So again, in lots of, and this is like a kind of like one of those weird universal things where it's just about supply and demand, because as in like often royalty would be depicted in purple clothing in portraits in the Renaissance period. So it's interesting that it's also similar in Japan, where probably the dye was also very expensive to create like deep purple dyes. Often it becomes like associated with royalty because they're the only ones who can afford clothing that colour.
And blueberry sellers. Gold interiors appear most ornate right before an emotional collapse. See, I'm writing this. I didn't spot any of this. This is just from what I've read.
But I think now you knew, if you would watch it again.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it out.
Like if you went back and watched the series, then you might be like, oh, some important people have gathered here.
Yeah. And when the Mononoke fully manifests, apparently the black negative space swallowed the pattern backgrounds.
Ah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like symbolisms that a lot of them probably go over my head as well. So I thought that was interesting because this week Phoebe said, "Oh, I'm ill. Can you host?" And I was like, "It's your pick, though. I don't really know much about this sort of stuff." So I have got look.
You got loads of notes. Whoa, that is loads of notes.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Go down to the answers for the theatre.
No, that's in the next one.
For the quiz.
But now that I've went through colours and a tiny bit of trivia, not trivia, but what's it about?
Some factoids. So Mononoke. So basically, Mononoke follows a medicine seller. So in the original series, he is a medicine seller who kind of like every couple of episodes he's dealing with a different issue, and we were talking about this before because it is kind of similar to my favourite anime of all time, Mushishi, in that there's like a travelling medicine seller who rocks up. There's often some sort of turmoil or personal issue that seems to be manifesting in like kind of weird, dangerous symptoms, people dying in unusual ways, or like bad fortune having befallen a town.
I'm blind.
And so... Yeah, the medicine man turns up and he has to figure out the mystery as to why something became a Mononoke. So Mononokes are ghosts, basically. So because people, if you say, "Oh, I'm going to watch Mononoke," people will first think of, "Oh, do you mean the Studio Ghibli one with the wolves?" And Princess Mononoke does mean ghost princess, basically. Mononoke Kaguya, I think it's on Mononoke Hime, is like ghost princess. So it's like dealing with spirits and ghosts.
So I can just put in for a second there.
Yeah.
A Mononoke in Japanese mythology is a vengeful spirit, phantom, or shape-shifting monster born from strong negative emotion. So it's a type of yokai. So these are specific.
Yokai are like demons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Phantom Rain follows two concubines, two young women who basically enter the service of the imperial harem, and which is known as the Oku. And in the Oku, they encounter this medicine seller who is investigating the presence of a spirit. He's been called there to investigate the presence of the spirit. And it's kind of dealing a lot with the oppressive environment of the Oku and the expectations of women and repression and inequality, power, identity is a big part of it as well. But it's also interesting because the Oku is also a space where it's supposed to be women only. So in order for men to enter it, they have to have special dispensation to enter. But anyway, as the kind of story unfolds, the medicine seller confronts one of the characters, Ayakashi, who has revealed that there were women trapped within the harem, and he starts to uncover some of the darker stories of the women who were living there. And it ends like with all the different ghost stories in the series, it ends with him kind of discovering there's the form,
to draw his sword and
to draw his sword and
vanquish or exercise it.
Yeah.
I'll just find it. I did have it right up to us. He's got to find the form, the truth, and the reason. Yeah.
Behind why someone becomes a Mononoke. And it's usually someone who's experienced a deep injustice. So you can imagine in an environment where women are highly controlled, there's lots of power at play. There's a fair amount of injustice that occurs. And it's called The Phantom Rain because there's some weird water stuff. And there's also a sequel which is all about has the opposite. It's all about fire that happens a few years later. Which is, you kind of watched this all backwards. Which is partly my fault, because I should have been more specific about what we should watch.
So obviously there's a series and 2 films out on Netflix at the minute. So obviously I picked the second film, which is it follows from the first one, and the first film follows on from the series. So I've watched the last film first and the middle film second. I'm not going to watch the series.
Because by this point you're confused and angry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's kind of I think it's part political drama, part ghost story is how I would describe it.
Handmaid's Tale with ghosts.
It's like The Handmaid's Tale with ghosts, yeah. And actually the second film's kind of similar in terms of its themes. And there's always, because you're dealing with these vengeful spirits, because you're dealing with the ghosts, who have to have died in a very traumatic way. There's always some sort of dark secret that someone's trying to hide. So really the medicine seller is just there trying to figure out what is going on. And the series is good. They've got one in particular which is about a haunted boat, which is a very compelling couple of episodes. And in the end you find that, because I know you're not going to watch this, it's highly, highly traumatic. There's a very old, very respected priest who is almost saintly in terms of his Like he's considered like this very good, wise old man. And what you discover is that so there's something has been attacking boats and travels that he's on and is trying to kill and sink the boat that everyone's on. And in the end, you discover what happened is he had fallen in love with his own sister in like a kind of weird incestuous thing, and had like sealed her inside almost like a floating coffin type boat and pushed her out to sea because he would rather like her die than people know the shameful truth that I think she was like carrying his baby or something. It's like it was real dark.
Yeah.
So I would say this despite the bright colours, this is not a series for children by a long shot.
Yeah,
at least not young children.
I think I kind of have some opinions on this film. I can see the appeal to it. I love the art style. I think the story as a whole is good, but it is too short for a film. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It kind of reminds me of I haven't seen one, but I've seen clips of like K-dramas and stuff.
Yeah.
Where you'll see like Downton Abbey or upstairs downstairs kind of drama. It's not my thing, and this kind of is what it feels like. I know there's a lot of like themes behind it, like repressed women and political stuff.
But you wish they'd just shut up about it and get back in the harem.
I wish you'd just get back, do the job, and bring out the ghosts. No. I just think it
is a bit K-drama-y, and but again, I'm like, because it deals with like personal stories, right? So it's not very action-packed. It's none of the stakes feel very big because it's all like in one episode they've got like haunted dolls that are like the dead souls of babies which have been unfairly aborted.
Yeah.
Like it's all like kind of like these small personal tragedies.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see what you mean about it not feeling like epic enough to be a film. But I think if you like those kind of more soap drama-y type storylines, I think this would definitely appeal. I do personally love those.
In this film, the vengeful spirit is Karakasa, which is a phantom umbrella. And this was born from vengeful spirits of women that have died who have been in the on the staff of the Owoku, which is like there could be handmaids, there could be a harem, there could be anything, but that were there not particularly against the will, but they were bound to not be themselves due to etiquette or formality and stuff like that. So there couldn't be actual people. These people, when you see them first go into the Oku, they give away all of the personal possessions. Like it could be their favourite blanket or pillow, or in this one of them gives the food that the grandma gave them for the road to share out to everyone, and a lucky comb, stuff like that. And that it could have been a lot bigger in my head, and that's why I'm like, all I wanted at the end was some kind of massive Akira monster going around with a grandmother's comb stuck in its head, and one of the...
You wanted to see a big battle at the end, and that would have made it feel worthwhile.
Kinda. I don't know if it would have... The action in this is very little, but it does look good when it happens. But it almost feels like the transformation scene in Sailor Moon. If you know what I mean.
Like, I love how you're like, and I think that's a bad thing, and I'm like, yeah, it does.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's how I saw it, and I wasn't like.
It's not your cup of tea. It's okay. Yeah. Like we're all allowed to like different things.
Yeah.
Because I think there's something about. So I actually prefer the second film to the first film because I
the little
stake.
The little mice.
Higher, the mice, the rat,
the
rat demons.
Yeah. because you see people turning to ash while like screaming in pain, walking through the halls. That part had us gripped. I was like, oh yeah, more of this, please.
Yeah. And I think this is where, not to bring it back to Mushishi, but all things need to come back to Mushishi. In Mushishi, you get a lot of that kind of like horror moments where you're like, oh fuck, make this stop. This is creepy. We've just been walking through a beautiful forest. Why are snails growing out of that boy's ears?
Yeah.
But I think with this, you do get those moments, but they are a lot like interspersed with these human bits. I also wonder if, like, of all the countries to watch this anime, talking about personal repression and like having a public facade, the Brits have like, I think we culturally are very similar to Japan in a lot of respects. When it comes to like it, I maybe manifest differently, but I would say that kind of idea of like the stiff upper lip or like etiquette is still a thing.
Stoicism
plays out.
Stoicism. Call it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think because of that, like maybe it also doesn't feel like, maybe in some ways it feels more horrible, and in other ways it just feels like, oh, that's no reason to be traumatized. If that was the case, we'd be a nation of traumatized people, and maybe we are, but you know, no need to cry about it, Mononoke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to come. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, so for that I'm like, well, none of us get to be our whole selves all the time, and that's, you know. Eddie,
that's fair.
Eddie gets to be himself, whole self all the time. Oh, my dog.
So, what did you think of the characters then? Do you have favourites, least favourites?
Yeah. Well, obviously, you're supposed to like the medicine seller, and you're supposed to root for him, right? I really liked. Who's the young girl? Is it Asa?
Is it the naive one, or the weirdly good one?
Both of them. I kind of like those two girls, and I like the friendship that they form.
Mm-hmm. Asa's the clumsy one, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's like the anchor, isn't she?
And I think she's probably my favourite, but I think Kame is a good foil for that as well, who's kind of a bit more elegant and falls into it a bit more naturally, but you still see that she is also struggling with it. And again, there's that thing of, you know, like we're all struggling to fit in, but we just think other people are better at it than us.
Fair.
Yeah. So I think there's elements of that in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably agree. The only thing I'll add to that is the one character I didn't like was the bigger one. You know, the she bosses the girls around. At one point she has like teeth in that. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that. You don't actually see any, like, I think you see like two men in this.
Yeah. No, I mean, not supposed to, because it's obviously a female-only space.
Yeah, I mean, the gods are male, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I just didn't...
I don't think you see more men in the second film, don't you? Because that's about, like, people's families and stuff as well.
Yeah, and they have things with a harem anyway. Yeah.
So, a whole load of things.
With the like art style being so different. Also,
yeah. No, I was just thinking. I just had this thought that this is like, we always said we never would do a harem anime, and we kind of have done now.
Yeah. But they are of age, maybe.
Hopefully. Are of age. They are of age, and this isn't like a harem anime in the sense that it's necessarily like the harem is a historical place rather than a teenage boy fantasy.
Okay. what?
Were your fantasies all about repressed women as a teenage boy in like Edo, Japan? Probably.
Let's not talk about it. No, I'm just gonna put a note in. It's not down there. Remember, Chris, to put that in.
to really seriously put that in.
I will. And the other thing.
What do you think, Eddie?
So with the art being very, do you have like a favorite moment or a favorite different thing than not a normal anime style?
I really like the way that they animate the box and the sword that the Medicine Man carries, and the way the eyes kind of roll around. They also have like, they offset like, because a lot of the time the patterns are spinning and things, and sometimes they offset movement in the patterns with very still scenes. But then suddenly what will happen is when there's like a key moment just before like something ratchet, like the tension ratchets up, or like the Mononoke manifests, there's like the sound of a bell, like a spirit bell rings, and everything just freezes for a moment before suddenly like it all like becomes very vivid and stark again, and very dynamic. And I really like the way that they use pattern in the actual scene to play with speed and dynamics.
See, my favorite thing is also my least favorite thing as well. So in it, I think the characters in this aren't highlighted because I think the backgrounds, there's that much going on. I don't think you physically can highlight a character in that, so it just has to happen. But it draws your eye to everywhere and the character at the same time. So you'll be watching the smoke flowing through the scene, or you'll be watching. If you've noticed the art on the walls, the eyes move quite a lot in it as well.
Yeah.
So there'll be like obviously.
There's a big thing with like gaze. There's lots of like there are lots of eyes like hidden in the background and in pictures and or like all over the place and in objects as well. So like his sword and his box have eyes that kind of focus on stuff. And I often think they use that to try and draw your attention, because you're right, there is a lot going on, so they have to use like movement and like line to kind of like force your attention to a certain part of the screen.
So that's why it's my favorite, because the scenes in the backgrounds are amazing. It takes. I mean, you could pause the film at any single scene and you would have a painting. It would look amazing, but the characters are sometimes offset as well. So if you've got a character on screen where they're talking to each other, normally you'd expect them to be left and right or center. They're not. The up here or the down here, or sometimes they're behind things as well. They're behind a screen where you can see them bowing at the same time. And they play
with like really strange camera angles on the faces as well. So the features often become very distorted, and you often see like this point of view that's like from above down on a character as they're trying to like struggle with something. Yeah.
It's like the what's that TikToker called who does the trains? Joni has the camera up here and he sees them straight on there. Like, hello.
Yeah. There's also like, so actually in the series, the series is so good, and I should have made you watch that instead of the films.
I wish we'll watch that instead.
But each kind of story has its own like feel, and I don't know how they do it. Maybe it's a bit about colour,
right?
Where you feel like each story has its kind of own like visual identity in a way, and the last story is set on a train, like a modern day train with modern day people. And it's really incongruous, and the patterns are used like a lot more sparingly. The colour palette is a lot more grey, less kind of bright and patterny. You still get some of that, but it's interesting, and this is one of the reasons why I kind of want you to still watch the series, even if you didn't enjoy the films. I think you should just go and just watch those last those last episodes. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think they're cool.
I mean, I think if I was watching the series, it would get better. But at the minute, because I went in from watching Hell's Paradise and maybe One Piece to an extent, but I've been watching that, and I'm on Thriller Bark, which is like a scary, spooky island or ship. Spoiler.
Fun.
But I'm going from that, and it's kind of like, do you know in Fallout when he first comes out the vault and the sun first gets his eyes and he's like, "Ah," it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm in the dark, depressing north watching scary anime, and then my eyes are
And then you come into
gaze
like
upon this.
bright, garish patterns clashing everywhere and
Yeah,
high contrast and yeah.
and I find myself fascinated by like the design of things, like the drink from a cup every morning. Why would you make a triangle cup?
Yeah.
There's no mouthfeel on that. It's weird,
So,
and you get
but
the little It's the same for the well when they bring down the water, and I'm like, it'd be great for pouring, but not against your lips. But the flat edge, you've got bits of water going down the back. If you've got the triangle edge, you've got a little spike in your bottom of your lip.
one of my siblings, and I'm not going to say which one in case they would be genuinely embarrassed by this story, went to Japan, came back, brought some very nice sake to share with everyone, and a traditional little box cup that you're supposed to drink from for this particular type of sake. And
All right.
watching them try and drink it in the garden on a sunny summer's afternoon after we've all had a few drinks anyway, just to this day it still makes me want to howl with laughter because it was just like sake everywhere. I think more of it went down them than it went in them.
Oh, is that what the traditional cups look like?
I don't know if it's for everyone, but for some reason it came with this box that you're supposed to drink it in, and it's like this little box cup, and I was just like, I don't know, and I think maybe it's about like sipping and being delicate because then you don't spill it and stuff. I don't know if it's about like savouring it, but that's very counter to like give me a stein.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what are them cups called? There's a name for them where if you neck them, it spills wine on you.
Oh, I don't know.
And it's got the tube in the middle and
yeah. I've also been looking at Victorian puzzle jugs where you have to like hold them in a certain way in order for the water to come out.
Yeah.
Like there is some weird stuff in the world.
I've got a couple of the weird do you know the boxes where they have the hidden slides and stuff in? You open them that way.
Puzzle boxes, yeah.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I love stuff like that though. But don't put it on a drink because I like drinking. Like if there's something in a box, I wouldn't put anything valuable because it's like, but it's a puzzle box to play puzzles with. But don't mess about with people's food. Don't play with food.
So there was such a forlorn look.
So if you were in Asa's position, do you think you would survive? Would you drop all your stuff? Would you drop Eddie down the well?
No, never Eddie. Would I drop? Actually, maybe. How can you swim? No, I would probably drop.
Fall.
I think I would drop the stuff. Fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I could drop a living creature down the well. That seems particularly cruel and unusual a question to ask. But here's the thing, Chris. This might surprise you. Don't see Eddie as part of my identity. So
No.
he is my landlord.
Fair.
And I owe him money. That's our dynamic. But that doesn't shape my sense of self.
Fair. So I was thinking before, if I know I couldn't because I'm a male, but if I went for some reason went there, dropped all my stuff down the well, did the whole palaver, the point where I would have said fuck off was when they tried to make his neck minging water and everyone else was just accepting it. I'm not doing this every day.
That bit I would be less fun with. I also think all of Yeah, so like I think I'd be okay letting go of stuff, but and again, I don't think that would. I don't think I see my possessions as like somehow tethering my sense of self to this world. Do you know what I mean? Um, and again, I go back to that thing of repression. Like I think the it's like I think it's normal, and I don't know if this is saying more about me than I should share. I think it's normal for people to have a public face and a private sense of self. And if anything, I think that's healthy, and society requires it of us in order for us to be able to function. Because imagine if you said everything that came into your head when you were like at work.
Yeah.
It doesn't fly. So I'm like, I can imagine that being very, very difficult if you're in a world where that's required of you all the time, nearly all the
Hmm.
time. And I think that's the thing about the oku, is that your work becomes your life. Like you it's a purpose rather than a job. So I think that environment would be tough for that reason, in that you always have to be in service to something.
So
Um
you would be the main person that creates the Mononoke. Because that's literally
I
how
d-
they were formed from
yeah,
repressed.
maybe. I think I talked myself into yes, that actually would, maybe it would be a problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would I survive? I wouldn't ever bet on me in a kind of in a Hollywood style, like in an apocalypse. Wouldn't bet on me. in a
Yeah.
in an action film, wouldn't bet on me.
I mean, because these women, they're not like they're not in the harem. They
Mm.
are literally when they first start.
Servants too.
They are they are well, one of them gets promoted to a handmaid, but like they make they're working up to make 2,000 people's breakfasts a day, and it's just
Yeah,
like we'll start you off with 100, and then you'll go to 200, then 300, then we'll see where you are from there, and that's a kind of big task.
it is, isn't it? And that's. Do you know what I think? That's almost like what it must be like to cater for the military.
There's more than two people that do it though.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah, and
Well,
they
that's because they're mostly men, I assume. So
yeah,
they need more
yeah,
people.
yeah, obviously, and it's buffet style. You just get what you want and put it on your plate.
Is it always buffet style?
Yeah, they don't get table service. Don't have waiters in the
No, but
army.
no, but I just also assumed it might just be like you get like you don't get to choose. You just get whatever's given to you,
Oh
like
no,
in a
it'd be
big
like
trough.
imagine slightly better school dinners.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean it's not
I
bad.
I I would fuck with this. Like as a child, hated it. As an adult, I would fuck with the school dinner.
Yeah, after like a month, you're like give us something different,
Fair.
and you don't get like the nice custard with the skin on top or a bit of semolina or pink cake. You get like
Oh, school cake, yes.
yeah,
Or
y-
we also used to have this like weird chocolate tart thing, which had like a kind of condensed milk caramel layer under like a bit of
kind of
and I
like
think it was
a
just melted chocolate sprinkles,
kind of like a fake sticky toffee pudding without
but with a
the
pastry base.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
vaguely remember them.
I
I
don't know what
can't.
it was, and to this day, like I've never been like the closest is a millionaire shortbread, but it's too fancy. And what I want is to find the recipe for that particular tart because it was the best. If you saw that was on the school dinner that day, you were like, today's a good day.
Oh, I just loved it when it was a rice pudding day. I love rice pudding.
Oh, I was never into the rice pudding. I turned down the rice pudding,
Yeah, more for me.
and I was a chunky adult, chunky child.
Uh, I was well. I was quite fat when I was when I was younger. Oh, I'd only realised because one day, because my grandma was like a massive feeder, and you go around and like if you didn't have food in your mouth, she'd like act as if you're like stabbing her. Um, and she one day she turned around, and she went, "Oh, you actually are quite fat, aren't you?" I
Oh,
was like,
grandma, no!
okay.
The day I realised I was overweight was I went to I have a great aunt in Belgium who is
Oh,
Flemish, and we went to her house, and she greeted me by going, "Oh, you've grown, and you've grown," and then grabbed my tummy and jiggled it. And then she, for about an hour, talked about Weight Watchers.
nice,
In that
nice.
kind of like, you know how like, I don't know, like, there's nothing quite like a European matriarch who just says whatever they're thinking. She'd have like fucked right off out of the Oku. She'd been like, nah, you can all do one. I'll keep my comb.
Walk out while combing her hair.
Yeah. Yeah. And she would say things like, "So I've learnt at Weight Watchers that you're not going to give, you shouldn't force feed people." And then in the next breath, she'd be like, "Eat the cake." Well, I'm getting confused.
Yeah. But it's do as I say, not as I do.
Very much that.
Phoebe,
Yeah.
would you like a little quiz?
Yeah, go on then.
Right. So, since Mononoke it's a type of yokai,
Yeah.
I'm going to list 1, 2, 3 potential yokai, and you need to tell me if these are real or if I just made them up.
Okay, that sounds fun. I'm into that.
Good, because we're doing it. Would be shit if you just went, "That's shit." Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I guess, if that's really how you want to spend your time.
This is how I'm going to start the episode, with that.
Yeah, you should.
Right. So, I don't know how. Do you want us to tell you the name that I've got for them, and then I'll go through what they're about, and then
Yeah.
I'll reveal if it's true or false. So there'll be the rules.
Well,
It's out
I'll
of
guess
3.
and then you reveal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
Right. So the first one is called a Funa Yurei. They are ghosts that have died at sea that appear at night asking for a ladle from sailors. If the sailor gives them a ladle, they use it to scoop water on your boat to sink it. Sailors carried bottomless ladles, as in ladles with holes in, to trick them.
I think that's true, because I think I've heard about a ladle with a hole in it before.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is true, and there's a little picture of them.
Yeah.
That's a real picture.
Amazing. A real life picture.
A real life picture
Whoa.
from
I like how it's
yokai.com.
appearing on the medicine man's hands.
Yeah.
It looks like he's kind of holding them. That's cool. Oh,
Question 2, or yokai number 2.
yeah.
Akaname. The
Akaname.
name literally means filth licker. It's a goblin-like creature that sneaks into bathrooms at night to lick grime and soap scum. It's got a long tongue, red face, and clawed hands. It's said to appear in dirty bathhouses as a warning to clean it up. It's not dangerous, just a bit weird.
Gross and creepy.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think that's real.
You
I
sure?
think it's real. Yeah, I think it's real.
And it's real.
Yeah, it feels real. There's something about Japanese yokai are so specific.
Yeah.
About what they do and don't do. For Christmas, Ben, my boyfriend, got me some Japanese yokai tarot cards, and each one of them has like a little Japanese yokai on it, and I've just been like occasionally dipping in and having a look at them. There's one which is like the demon of a woman whose husband didn't feed her enough, so she grows another mouth on the back of her neck that is like all consuming and hidden by her hair. Molly feeds you fine.
Explain the mouth neck.
Yeah.
Well, also you've quite possibly heard of them. Also, I just realised that in my discretion, I said long tongue, red face, clawed hands. That has 2 out of 3. That is quite obviously a green little guy or a blue guy.
Maybe they come in different colours.
Maybe I'll just say that. Why not? I'll make my own law.
Yeah.
Uh, so yokai number 3. You ready for this? You 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Got one more.
Yeah.
The prize is nothing. Um. So this one is called Ashirai Yashiki. Okay. It's a giant disembodied foot that crashes through ceilings and demands to be washed. If you wash it politely, it leaves. If you refuse, it stomps around and destroys your house.
I fully think that's real.
You sure?
Yeah, I think that's real. I think that's a real one. Am I right?
You're right. It's real.
That's what I mean. It's the yokai are so. Like, I swear to God, I haven't heard of that before. But as you were describing it, do you know what I thought of? The heads in the Studio Ghibli in Spirited Away. You know, the heads that are like oi 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 oi.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not that big a stretch to think that there is a real life yokai that's just a Bigfoot.
So do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, I'll make a couple of like funny ones up or stupid ones. Like, I'm sure I thought of one where there's a yokai of what was it? Underpants with a tongue that if you don't wipe your bum properly, it'll lick it off. But that was one that I thought of, and I was just like, I cannot out weird these because they're already so weird. So I may as well just do 3 that I've found.
Just do the real weirdness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
In saying that, there is probably some kind of toilet paper or bidet yokai somewhere, probably.
Do you think that's why the Japanese have invented the greatest toilets of all time? I want a toilet that sings to me when it washes my bum.
So, I've never tried a bidet. The closest I've came to when I was in India, they had a watering can.
You've never tried a bidet?
No, not a proper one.
Have you ever used a bum gun?
They're different though. They're not bidets.
No, but they're basically, so a bidet is like, it feels like a bum gun but stationary, and in a lot of ways much easier to use because of that reason. Like you can just kind of back or like scooch onto it.
Well, they had a watering can where I went. They took the what's it called, the end with all the holes in.
Yeah.
They took that out, so it was just like one stream. They didn't put it on sprinkle setting, unless you had like a massive arse or something. But
the sprinkle settings for Valentine's Day and Valentine's Day only.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself to a sprinkle setting.
Yeah. So 3 for 3. You cracked me quiz. Couldn't fool you.
Thanks. I've just read a lot of weird Japanese ghost stories, and I like, if you had come in with something super normal, I'd have been like, that's fake. But like we said, I've heard about the old neck mouth. You've got the guys who bow, what they called the kappa.
They're the ones in the river, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, there's got to be normal ones in there as well. Like, I mean, isn't there the thing where, is it a Shinto thing where everything has like a spirit where you can't, don't kick the table because it's Mr. Table. You can't do that. You got to treat it with respect and look after it.
So that's just like, it's everything that is kind of born of nature. It's so like a mountain, a forest, like sometimes like a specific tree, a river would have a spirit. The things that you make in your home, I don't think so much.
I don't know, because if you made your own
do you think
table,
when you make something you imbue it with part of your spirit?
I hope not. Also, I have loads of horribly deformed kids around the world from stuff I've made. Not the other way.
Father, Father, why have you welded me such? Why? All your lighters in the background just screaming. Also, do you have an open flame right next to all your lighter collection?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bold.
Also, I've got a. I just realised as well. There's a really hydrating cream that my son got it for his bum for some sort of rash. Hydromol.
Okay.
So I've been putting that on my little ghost tattoo that I've just got.
Yeah.
That is extremely flammable, like extremely.
How do you know it's flammable?
Because it says all over it,
Oh.
warning, flammable. And obviously my partner works with old people who use it a lot, and they can't smoke, or they're not encouraged to smoke when they have it. I mean, they're not encouraged
Does
to
that
smoke
mean
anyway, but
Finley's had to go cold turkey while his bum rash was healing?
I know it's horrible. He's got mood swings, the lot. But no, obviously I've been wearing it while welding, and smoking, and doing whatever.
That... One day, Chris, you're gonna be that friend that dies in like some horrible accident, and we'll all be sitting there going, "It was only a matter of time, but it's a tragedy."
No, after
He
my
was
death,
too young.
I want people to go, how the fuck did he do that?
But we'll know because it'll be he slipped while scratching himself with a knife down the stairs that were on fire because
Oh
he
no,
was
when
also smoking while having a hydromel. We'll know.
have you not
If something
seen
like
the
that
IT
happens, it
crowd?
won't be a surprise. What would be a
Have,
surprise is if it's like, oh, he died peacefully in his sleep.
no, I want like you ever see the IT crowd where the guy where the woman's parents die at a fire in SeaWorld, and he gets obsessed with
Yes.
it. And he's like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
I want people to do that. Internet sleuths everywhere, being like, how did he do this? Oh. But yeah, Mononoke.
Sorry, Eddie just needs a bit of soothing
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's like you're burping him.
because he's been very annoying this evening.
What what did you think of the ending?
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
They resolved stuff.
I
It
don't
felt
think they did.
open-ended enough that the story could go on. I think that's kind of normal. I think a lot of Japanese films end that way, like just like live action Japanese films end where you're like, but what happened to the characters? There's no like neat and they lived happily ever after. It's just like, and they were given the tools to succeed or fail, and you can decide if they did either of those.
See, I took it as a weird end. So obviously this the Mononoke was slain or banished or exercised. Nothing changed. The characters are still stuck, being repressed. They still have to go through a cycle of giving up their previous lives. They still can't express themselves. They're still under servitude. It's caught in the etiquette and stuff like that, in the horribly rigid structure. They still have to make breakfast in the morning. They still have to serve the emperor. It is the emperor, isn't it? In the Uichi. Anyway,
In
still have to.
in the Oku, it's the concubines.
No, but
So
they have to
for his
serve
harem.
the emperor. They're the it is emperor, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's in
Yeah,
Japan it's an emperor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. They still have to continue on with their lives, and it leaves it so another Mononoke could come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he's solved the issue, but not the problem.
Yeah.
That's what I got
But
from it.
how do you solve a systemic social injustice? Do you know what I mean? It's
Everyone dies. Everyone becomes a Mononoke. Everyone becomes a yokai. Someone becomes a was it it's
oh no, one of those.
one of them sailors, a big foot, a couple of them knocking about, a couple of toilet gremlins, and everyone has a good old time. They open a bathhouse and they start bringing in gods in, and then Spirited Away happens.
So you don't think that that's an okay end? That's the ending you would want is Spirited Away.
Yeah, but in this style.
Oh,
And
that would
then
be insane. The Spirited Away is a lot to look at as well in certain scenes. Like if
it
you
is.
added in the Mononoke style, it would be crazy.
Could you imagine seeing the parents getting turned into pigs in this animation style?
That'd be cool. Can you imagine the giant baby in the pillow room in this animation style?
Oh, no, no, that'd be weird.
One of my favourite things in Spirited Away is that the giant baby gets turned into a hamster and then just chooses to stay as a... Oh no, it's a fat mouse because it has a tail. And then at the end it's like, can you turn the baby back? And it's like, they could have turned back any time he wanted to, and he's just decided to be a fat mouse instead of a giant baby. And I love... That's one of my favourite things. It's so silly.
I like the weird fat guy that was in the lift. He's the same.
Oh, the radish spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going up? Oh, oh.
Oh.
Like a Mr. Bean, but
I
horribly
also
fruit.
like what's his name? Who's in the basement? The boiler man.
Oh yes, with the suit sprites. Yes,
Yeah.
I can't remember his name either.
Yeah. He's like a big Spider Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough
That's
about
a
Ghibli.
great film.
Ghibli stuff.
And it all
Pogo
comes
Ross is
back to
best.
Mushishi or Ghibli.
Pretty much, unless we're talking about kaiju number 8 or something.
yeah, that too.
Would you like to have a different ending to this?
I don't. No, I think I'm okay with the ending. I don't think it's about because so for all that it's about ghosts, and you may or may not believe in them.
I would say it was a B story.
At the core of the story, it's about humans, and sometimes big problems don't change. But our perspective on them does, and that's how we cope with them. It's like Yeah.
I get that.
That's the...
So what I took from that is Phoebes is totally okay with the harems and the repressed women. So would you recommend this to someone who's never seen anime before, or someone who has seen anime before, like me?
I would recommend this to people. I'd say watch the series first, I think is what we've learned. Don't watch the film until you've seen the series. Like, give the series a go, and if it's your cup of tea, because I think because it is so unusual a style of animation, it's really not going to be for everyone. So before you invest a lot of time, just watch one episode of the series and decide if you can cope with all the swirly bright colours and the like slight kind of travel sickness of the like constant movement and spinning.
I wasn't even bothered about that. It was just... Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I think I've got.
But I think everyone should give it a go because it's unusual and weird, and that's always fun to try.
Yeah, I mean that's basically my thing for it. I'm glad to give it a shot, and watched it and experienced it. I know that it's not my cup of tea, but I know I really like this visual style. It was just the story that didn't.
So you would happily watch something else unusual and strange?
Yeah.
That's good, because next week what we are going to be doing is a film called Tekonkincrete, which is about some Tekonkincrete. It's really, it's like very stylized animation style, and in a kind of similar vein to Paprika, has this kind of like warped reality storyline. So it gets real weird and twisty, and I think you'll like it. Or hate it, but we'll have an interesting conversation about it. But it's another unusual style of animation, because I've just wanted something that's a bit of a break from normal anime.
Yeah, that's fair. Obviously we're doing this to watch new things, and I've never watched these.
That's it. Cool.
So, till next week, where can you find with Phoebes?
You can find us over on Instagram and on Facebook, as well as TikTok. come like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell, and find out when we're going on doing live and stuff. We've also got our own new YouTube channel now, at Anime Club, but we're still hanging around with Nerdy Up North. We still love them dearly. We're going to be doing some other stuff with them that we're filming in March, and we'll talk more about that when it's ready to go. So keep an eye out for both Nerdy Up North and Anime Club.
Fun times. But yeah, till next week. Bye.